I was,
So anyway, back to the fogey. Back to
yeah.
the fogey. That's what I get around here. That's what I get in the construction industry is that old fuck who just starts screaming at me and just, and waits me out until I'm disgusted and don't want to talk anymore. And that's the debate style. That's your
Yeah.
blue collar debate style. And I can't ever barely get anybody to not have a big miff. And I just want to say, well, why do you think that?
Yeah.
Ah!
I know I'm not required to think.
Well,
I,
I
just,
mean,
I gotta just gotta yell. It's all I gotta do. I don't have to think.
it may also be that I got a rep around the lumber store that there won't be any satisfaction to be had.
You?
But I'm going to make it ugly. But I don't care. I mean, I'm fairly well prepared for lumber store politics.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Come on, that's a little
a
low
low bar.
bar, a preparedness then that.
Fourth dumbest profession, carpenter. Fourth dumbest. I talked to I, I
Yeah,
talked to
fourth
old
dumbest. Whoops.
I talked to Grumpy Dan, old man Dan, and he's in pretty good spirits today, but he can't see either. So it's hard to be a carpenter when you can't see very well. But no, he's falling apart.
So he used to be he used to be the fifth dumbest. Then it's the fourth.
Yeah, that's the tie-in. Right. That's the tie-in is the four is that I told him that we were the fourth dumbest. And he was offended. He was a little offended. Then he kind of settled in and thought, I said, yeah, because we're outside. Smash finger a day,
Yeah,
we're somewhere along the bottom of the food chain.
that
So
is.
anyway, I'm happy. I'm happy to be over painters, smarter than painters.
Oh, come on! Like I
I think
said,
there's painters out there that would dispute
like I
that.
said, we're talking low bars again.
We are. And also, I thought there might be a lot of blue collar professions that tie for fourth. Wouldn't you say there's a
Yeah,
lot of
I
blue
would
collar
think so.
professions? Where would
Yeah,
you put the welder, the on-site welder? He's got a sucky job, right?
yeah,
He's got to deal with the crane or the lift, and he gets to lug out all those bottles all over the place and get his clamps, and he's got at least two inspections.
yeah,
The first weld and then the final stuff.
yeah. And
And
then and then when he's working and in the summer, he's got to wear all that leather protective gear and.
yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of downtime and a lot of planned time involved in that kind of metal cutting and fabricating. But still, I'd rather been a carpenter. And
Yeah.
so
Oh yeah.
even though he's maybe the fifth dumbest or tied for the fourth dumbest, I still would have rather been a carpenter. What else we got? We got electrician. I mean, that's way up near the top of the effete elite. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that's true.
It's no fun to crawl in a crawl space or in an attic. None of that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But there's so much cush time with being an
Well,
electrician.
especially if you're doing like new houses though.
What?
If you're doing new houses, it's cake work, man.
Right, and you get in with the crew, and you kind of
Yeah.
get the way it runs, and you get yourself a
You
laborer.
you leave all your mess. Let that idiot with the broom to sweep it up.
Yeah, yeah. If you just get a laborer to do all your holes, and they just whips through with his battery drill, with the
Yeah.
sharp bits. And he cuts one at 20, one at 18, and one at 24, all the way down. Right. He gets
Yeah.
the laser so he can make them a straight run.
Hmm.
No, I mean it's a lot of fun if you just whip it out, and you can make a bunch of money if you're a good planner. But
That's true.
yeah, so they got to be above me. And oh, come on, I mean, sheetrocker, is he really? Is he really below me? He gets to work inside all the time. He's got to suck down some dust. But the taper, how would you like to be the taper? What a cush job! All you have to
Yeah.
do is work in blah all day and get covered in plop all day. But you got a pretty cake job. And if you
Yeah.
can be a journeyman taper, then you don't even have to sand.
Yeah.
Right? You get to do a little wet sanding, a little faux sanding.
Well, and they've all got the bazookas and their little stilts.
Yeah, Dan said, no, man, those tapers are dumber because they wear the stilts and then fall. One of the number one accidents on the job. No, I didn't see a ton tapers and toppers on stilts. You know, like a
No,
third, maybe.
well,
Maybe a last quarter.
I only did on houses where, the fancy houses where they had like 9 and 10 foot ceilings.
Sure, but just as often those guys would just make themselves plank scaffold and
Yeah.
then just walk it because it was just as easy and felt better. I mean, I slip on a plop of mud, an errant plop of mud and I'm at ground level. But what's going to happen when you hit it with those stilts?
Yeah, I never wanted to try those. I thought, I'd fall enough just like I said, walking on
You're a
ground.
bad candidate. You're a terrible candidate. You had more.
Not only that, but it would make me taller, which means I'd hit my head more often.
Likely.